What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. Before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Today I'm going to be reacting to a portion of Fresh and Fit podcast where they're discussing single motherhood. Pretty much the typical conversation where these guys try to explain to women that it's not in a man's best interest, especially if he doesn't have kids, to do anything, to pursue a woman long term that has children. And what I found interesting is that these women did the typical exception to the rule argument. What if she's this? What if she's that? What if she's this? And what if she's that? And one part in particular that I want to point out that's going to be very important, and we're going to get to it, but I don't want to run my mouth too much, so let's go ahead and jump into it. All right.
Yeah. We might think that, have some point of contention with the way we said, hey, single moms basically recreation use only. If I told you, let's go skydiving, right? And then we're up in the air, and we're getting ready to jump out that thing, but then I go, well, hold on. Just so you know, your parachute only has about a 10% chance of actually deploying. Would you jump out of the plane?
Nope.
Nope. What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
I'm going to bring it full circle.
Okay, no.
Nope. Nope.
10%?
Yep.
Is it somebody I love? I could die in love.
I mean,
No, you're just going parachuting. Would you jump out?
No. Nah.
I mean, I think,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
You a daredevil or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a crazy person.
No,
but,
what?
So 10% chance of deploying, you would jump out. Okay, I think that's cap, but all right. What about you?
Is that no from me?
Okay.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh God.
Enjoy unlimited DVR
Why?
storage.
Why?
Never worry about
Why?
it.
Why?
I want to see what you have to say after this, that's why.
Yeah, you just want to argue.
I don't want to argue.
What I'm trying to make is, it's not in a man's best interest to marry and or take a single mother seriously because there's way too many things that can go wrong. Yes, is it possible, like you're saying, that you can meet a really cool woman that's down to earth and great and a great mother and you don't have to necessarily worry about that? It's possible, but it's not probable. And this is something that when we have discussions with women, you guys always bring this up. Exceptions to the rule, the 1%, the 5%, whatever it is. If we're advising thousands of men, hey, this is what's going to happen when you deal with with single mothers on a balance of probabilities, we got to go off of what has the least risk. And unfortunately, the least risk is a woman that doesn't have children. Because if I do fuck up and I do marry a single mom that has a kid and she ends up being Medusa, I'm in a really bad spot. Why? Because now that kid that I invested money into, time, resources that I took care of, that looks at me as a father, I have no legal right to that child. She could divorce me, take that kid. I can't fight to get that kid back because it's not mine. I have no right to that child. So that's why it is completely stupid for a man to take a single mother seriously from, how do I say this? From a percentage standpoint of failure. The likelihood of you failing is extremely high, especially since we know 80% of divorces are initiated by women. I'm sure you probably initiated your divorce, right?
No.
You did it? He divorced it with you?
Well, it was mutual.
Mutual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Of course. He initiated it. Okay, that's an exception then. But women initiate most of the divorce, and most of the child custody goes to women 90% of the time. So, knowing these stats, why would you jump out of the plane without a parachute that is only going to deploy 10%? Same exact situation with a dad being a single father. Sorry, being a father to a single mother.
I know
And
You know what? And before she hits us with the exception to the rule argument, because that's what she's about to do. Because she started off the sentence with "I know." He's right. One of the things that a lot of people don't know is that I don't know if it's like certain states, but there's like there's certain states out there where If you're with a woman that has a child and y'all together for so long, like you can and like let's say y'all divorce or something, I think they can hit you with child support. Or like if you're with a woman for so long without getting married, I think it's like up to 10 years. You can owe her money after y'all split. So it's like, yeah, being with a single mother long term is far more dangerous because you can lose just as much as you would if you had your own family. The only difference is you invested all that time and resources in dealing with somebody else's kids. So why take that risk of dealing with somebody else's kids rather than taking that same risk with your own kids? Something to think about. All right, let's hear her exception to the rule argument.
Well, I know 2 specific, very successful marriages that are blended.
Fantastic. You know, but you don't know all the millions that fail. Exactly.
I think you already failed just by thinking that way.
I think I literally, like, I feel like
You guys
it's
are
all
hoping for
about
the
what
best scenario,
you...
but let's be real here. In the real world, that scenario happens maybe 2 out of 10 times.
Well, we don't want no... Well, it's a big risk. That's like dealing with a baby daddy. I don't want to deal with no baby mama drama. Yeah, I mean, I understand
and vice versa.
the ratio.
How would you feel if a baby daddy comes to you?
You know what? You said vice
that
versa.
happened already.
Hold on, I got it. Let's go vice versa. Thank you.
Yeah, walk right
Let's
into
say,
that.
you two, since you guys disagree with me, I'm a single dad, and I'm gonna bring you into my life, all right? You're 21 years old, you're fucking hot, model, NBA players, NFL players are hitting on you, whatever, you got all these options. But I do pretty well, you know what I'm saying? And I got a kid. I bring you in, and I tell you, all right, here's my child. You're responsible for cooking for them, cleaning for them, bringing them to school, basically rearing them, being a mom, but you cannot kiss or hug my children. Can't do it. I just need you to do what's needed as far as like taking care of them, making sure they get to school, driving them back and forth, etc. But you can't show any type of care for that child. How would you feel?
But what would be the point of that? Why would you be in a relationship with a woman? Why would you be in a relationship with a woman?
I'm gonna answer the question. Answer the question, because it's gonna come full circle.
At 21? No, absolutely not. 21? That's a child. No.
So no, you would not want to bear that responsibility.
At
correct?
21, absolutely not.
And
I
don't
even think mentally 21-year-olds are at that magnitude of understanding that, like, the responsibility of that.
Okay.
Unless they're like,
I would say it depends on the 21-year-old.
Exactly. Unless they're like, the oldest of the bunch of siblings.
Yeah, because I did it for like about maybe two years.
All right. So you wouldn't do it, right?
At 21, no.
Okay, because you have all this responsibility, but you don't necessarily get to enjoy the benefits of being a mom, a stepmom.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't even be going all the way with the guy.
Exactly.
The guy's not even serious about you.
Exactly.
No, he's serious with you. It's just that you don't have certain access to kids. You just can't do it.
So that's just weird.
Okay, what about you?
That's just weird.
Well, I'm just...
Yeah, that's just weird. Yeah, just like... I'm gonna just let Myron cook, because I already see where he's going with this.
Yeah, no, just answer the question. So would you be in that relationship?
Well, just like you said, at 21, I wouldn't, because
Okay.
I would be focused on myself.
So why do women expect men, when they're at their peak, to come in and save a single mom?
Why do you have to save her, though?
It's not about saving.
No, because when a man comes into a woman's relationship, automatically he's going to be put in a situation where he's going to have to provide a provision and provide security for that child. I have all the responsibility of taking care of that child, but I don't necessarily get the benefits of that child being mine, because should you divorce me, I lose that child. If I can't discipline him most of the time, most women will not allow a random guy or their boyfriend or maybe even their stepdaddy to discipline kids or hit them or anything like that.
Exactly.
And I have all the responsibility with no authority. Same situation. You're at your peak. You're 21. You're getting all these options thrown at you. You're marrying a single dad, but you can't necessarily show love and nurture the child. You can only do what you're required to do As a mother, you drive them to school, you cook and clean for them, you put them to bed, but you don't necessarily get to do what you want to do. Same thing with a man. I am coming in as a stepdad. I'm responsible for taking care of this kid, paying for this kid, raising this kid, but I don't get to enjoy the benefits of being a dad, and this kid could be taken from me at any time. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's not a good deal.
But
that's the
what-
female equivalent.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, and what?
And there you have it. That's why I wanted him to finish that off, because that's exactly what it is. And this is what this is one of the things that I stressed back when I very first started this channel. I made a video called "Why Dating Single Mom Sucks," and this right here is one of the main reasons why. And him flipping it in reverse is the best way to describe it, because think about it, y'all. You mean to tell me, like, there's no way in hell a woman out here would come into a situation where she would have to play stepmom, and she's gonna be okay with having to do all those things for another man, for another woman's child, but not be able to show that child the kind of affection, or be able to discipline that child the way she wants to, or the way she sees fit. Because you saw the girl who was arguing with him the whole time. That don't even make any sense. What's the point of doing that? Yeah, just like it doesn't make any sense for a man to have to put his time and resources into your children when he has all the responsibility with none of the authority. It's the same thing. It is the equivalent. So therefore, it's really not a good deal for a man with no kids to try to deal with a woman with kids long term. Another reason why I stress this, bro, because dude, if you ask around, most women that have kids, they don't want to deal with a man that got kids also. You be surprised. Like, you got some women out there that say they willing to try to, blend families and whatnot, man. But more often than not, I tend to hear a lot of women saying they prefer to deal with a man that don't have kids. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. It's weird. Alright. Final thoughts, man. Like I said, if you're a single man with no kids like myself, it's not a good deal. It's one of the reasons why I tend to stay away from single moms nowadays, man. If I do, man, it's more, like he says, recreational use for the most part. And in my opinion, I suggest you do the same. I don't know, maybe if I can find it out, because I had took a screenshot of this guy that I gave advice to on that single mom video I did a while back. And it felt good, man, to be able to put somebody on the right path, man, because I could definitely tell he was going down the wrong path. Yeah, man, just focus on yourself, fellas, man. And if you're gonna deal with a woman long term, man, make sure she's childless, bro. Alright? That's your best bet. You know what I mean? Build your own legacy. And don't be a cleanup man. Alright, y'all. Again, man, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Deuces.